We all love Noah, but what if I told you there's someone in that story whose faith rivals Noah's, and nobody ever talks about her? It's his wife, Noah's wife. Picture this. You wake up, your husband is hammering. Again. It's day 5,982 of building a boat in the desert for rain you've never seen. Your neighbors mock you at the market. Your family thinks you're insane. There's no flood, no clouds, no proof, just hammering. 100 years of this. 36,500 days of this. Noah heard from God, but she didn't. She just had to trust the man who did. And I think that might be the hardest faith of all. Believing in someone else's calling when the whole world calls them crazy. Let me show you what that looks like today. Do you know Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec? Nick Offerman's character who builds canoes in his garage, works with his hands, never needs applause. There's this scene where he's building a chair. Someone asks why he doesn't just buy one. He says, I know what I'm doing. That's Noah. That's a modern version of Noah. Quiet, steady, doesn't need the crowd's approval because he heard from God. But here's what we miss. Ron Swanson is a fictional character who gets to be right in 22 minutes. Noah's wife and Noah lived with the real version for 36,500 days. No laugh tracks, no resolution by the end of the episode, just day after day of trusting a man who claimed God told him to build a boat. Ron Swanson's confidence is easy when you're the one holding the hammer. But imagine being married to Ron Swanson when everyone thinks he's insane. That's not just supporting someone's hobby. That's believing in a calling that you didn't receive. That's faith in the builder, not just the boat. And every single day for 100 years, Noah's wife chose to believe. Not because she heard God's voice, because she trusted the man who did, and she trusted the God whom that calling came from. Lance Armstrong, 7 Tour de France titles, cancer survivor, inspired millions, the yellow bracelets everybody wore. Then he fell hard. Doping scandal, lies exposed, the hero became the villain overnight. Here's what's wild. Noah had a moment like that too. After the flood, after he saved humanity, after he was proven right about everything, he got drunk and was found naked and exposed by his son. The Bible doesn't hide it. Genesis 9, the man who walked with God for 100 years stumbled after the victory. But here's the question nobody asks. Where was Noah's wife in that moment? She wasn't on Twitter canceling him. She wasn't telling the neighbors, see, I told you he's crazy. She was there, in the mess, in the shame, still believing and trusting God's call on his life. Because real faith doesn't just trust the builder whenever he's hammering perfectly. It trusts him when he's broken on the floor. Lance's story reminds us even the greatest builders are human. They fall. They fail. They need someone who won't leave when the crowd does. Noah's wife stayed through 100 years of mockery and through the moment of shame. That's not just faith, that's covenant. So here's my question for you. Is God calling you to build something? Do you recognize some of Noah's traits in yourself? Maybe it's a ministry, a project, a vision, a dream that sounds crazy to everyone else. Then be Noah. Pick up the hammer. But maybe, just maybe, God's calling you to something harder. To be Noah's wife in someone else's story. To believe in a builder when there's no proof. To support a vision you can't see. To stay when they stumble. To trust when the world laughs. I've been both. I've been the guy hammering away at something no one understood. And I've also been the person supporting someone with a crazy dream. And to be honest with you, being Noah's wife, it's harder because you don't get to hear God's voice directly. You just have to trust the person who it was given to and the God whom it came from. But when the rain comes, and it will come, you'll realize you weren't just supporting their ark, you were building it together. God is using both of you. The question is, will you pick up the hammer or will you trust the one who already has? Either way, keep building because rain is coming. And when it does, God will make you ready.